Dear traders, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. How's everyone doing today? My name is Thomas, and I'm very happy to conduct the following webinar for you. How was your last week? Did you have some successes? Did you have some? Well, probably, some of us had losses. Uh, what what did you learn last week? So learning something new is also a a crucial part of your progression as a trader. So we are, of course, we all have this, kind of like this get rich quick idea in our heads when we start trading. But in reality, reality is different. And so I would like to ask you, how was your week? And in case even if we close a certain week with a loss, we oftentimes end up learning something new. And if that something that you've learned recently can improve your results next week, that is success, in my opinion. Now, this week is going to be the most probably the most active trading week in regards to the summer earnings season, because this week there will be results posted by, I think, Apple, Amazon, and a few other companies. Oh, and also, while we are talking, Bitcoin is dropping below, has dropped below the 30,000 level. So my trades on Bitcoin are in the red right now. About to get triggered by the stop loss, even though I still maintain a bullish outlook at cryptocurrencies and at Bitcoin, at almost all of them in the nearest perspective, because as you can see, so let me enable SMA 50. So as you can see, we have the 50 SMA, which lies pretty close to the current price, which is 29,000, slightly below 29,000. And as you can see, this is a major support line, and we saw this nice breakout. So I think this is what's happening right now is a long-awaited correction, or a long-awaited downwards move. So before going further upwards, which I was expecting to be happening, to happen here 10 days ago. So we are still here, and we haven't really gone up, but I think we still have a lot of momentum, and the momentum is just sort of picking up. Now, it's kind of difficult to say how far north, how far up we can go on Bitcoin, because, well, as you can see, there were times when Bitcoin was trading at somewhere. So yeah, it was trading somewhere around 60,000, and even further up at, well, close to 70,000, which was the maximum price. I think was 69,000, 69K, and didn't stay there for a long time. Now, as you can see, Bitcoin, and like many assets on the financial markets, it has this tendency that first it goes up, then there is a correction, then it goes up, another correction, goes up, correction, goes up, correction, goes up, correction. And so on the one hand, as you can see on this weekly chart, that this 30,000 level is a very, very strong and important strategic level. And, well, clearly you can see how important and how important it is for this asset, for Bitcoin. So it's 30,000 here, and that was a major area of interest 2 years back. So yeah, exactly 2 years back, July 2021, June, July. And then it sort of bounced upwards, although that success was pretty short-lived, so it really couldn't sort of go up. Nonetheless, it's still pretty much designated or marked that area as a very major interest level. Now we are currently, like I said, here at 30,000, and we can push upwards, but of course we need some, let's say we need some strong breakout. So as of now, there is no major breakout, and yeah, we need to stay kind of like, so probably the best way would be to somehow go like this and then kind of move it from here. So that's kind of like the best case scenario. Now I don't think we are here right now, but we are slowly approaching that. Okay, so before I continue, let me check our chat with questions. So I see one question. So the question is this: is there volatile assets in the market, and how to trade with volatility assets? Well, basically, yes, of course there are. Some assets are more volatile than other assets. So let me give you some example. Here comes example number one: gold. So, for example, we see that from the 1st of July, so basically in this month, it went from 1900 to the current price of 1965, which is a 3% growth. Next, we can have a look at Euro USD, and let's see, from the 1st of July, it went 1.08 to 1. Oh, sorry. Yeah, hold on. 1.08 to 1.10, 10, 8, etc. So in the same time frame, the Euro USD chart went up by slightly more than 1%. Now, if we look at XRP or Ripple, we can see that from the 1st of July, it went up by almost, like say from here, from 0.46 to 0.7, which is almost 50%. So as you can see, volatility is there. And now, of course, not every time it's possible to predict how volatile a certain asset would be in the past, and the past results do not guarantee that would be the performance like forever in the next period, but that's something we can sort of hope for. There is a strategy. Okay, so when it comes to FTT mode of trading, so this volatility or overall volatility of an asset is not really as important. It's not as important as it is when it comes to the Forex results. Nice. So with Forex results, of course, you need to have a lot of volatility, because otherwise, with when volatility is low, you just don't get profits. Now, let me provide you with some examples here. So, for example, this is my currently my open trades on my open trade on Brent. Like I said, I remain very bullish on Brent. So, for example, let me show it here on TradingView. So, Brent is now moving towards the 200 SMA, which is a very strong, once again, a very strong strategic support resistance level, because it is right above the price. Now, when or if and when the price breaks above this 200 SMA, the price usually gains a lot of upwards momentum, upwards thrust, and we can expect a quick rise towards the 85K or even 88K. So the previous high was at 87.4, so we can see a pretty quick rise towards that area. So yeah, that's about volatility. And of course, on Forex, you kind of want to have a lot of volatility, because I'm now making this much money on this trade only because it now moved. So let me see, my multiplier here was x 30 or 30, and it means that from here the price is already making plus, I would say, roughly 3.5%. So 3.5% gains multiplied by the amount of multiplier, which is x 30. So that gives me plus 100, now 11 or 12% profits, which in actual money, in actual funds, translates into plus 2.2 thousand. Okay, so that's a very good description. Let's have a look at Cardano. So another assets, and as you can see, one trade, my first trade on Cardano, I opened here on June 21st, 1 month ago, or already more than 1 month ago. And you can see, and you can see here where we are trading right now. So we are trading at somewhere around 30, so 0.3 cents, 30 cents. And I'm making plus 46%. So if you divide this plus 46 by the multiplier amount, that gives me plus roughly 9 or close to 10%, 10% gains from here. And yeah. Now, my second trades I opened, and as you can see, the price in 7 days has not really moved anywhere. From July 17th up until now, the price slightly went down by 2.4%, and that's why I'm having an unrealized loss of this much money in this position. Okay, so of course you need volatility. How to pick volatile assets? Well, you need to, of course, look at their past performance, and based on that, based on their past performance, you can kind of make some, some thoughts, some judgment on how volatile this asset can be. Okay, so for example, we can see that lately Nasdaq has been quite volatile, so it dropped pretty rapidly from almost 16K down towards 15.5K, so that's 400 points or 4 figures on Nasdaq, and currently we are stuck here, just moving sideways. So currently we are here, and we can sort of hope that further up we might go, and I expect volatility to be high. In comparison to something like this, maybe we roll the chart backwards, June, and we can see that some weeks were very slow. For example, this week, the only change was around 200 points in 5 days, and currently we can see that the change was really fast, and in 2 days the change is almost 400 points on Nasdaq. So that is that sort of indicates volatility. And some assets like this one, CAC 40, or the French index CAC 40, doesn't really is not as volatile as, for example, the one we saw before. But of course, if we roll back towards the beginning of the month, we see this nice drop and then followed by a subsequent growth of almost 5%, or maybe even more, probably like 7%. And that happened pretty fast. So that gives you a little bit of understanding about which assets to pick when it comes to trading. Now, I think a good example here would be the United States dollar against the Swiss franc, and we can see how even though this asset is sometimes quite volatile, of course, like all the assets, and then there were 2 weeks, very slow ones, or 1 week, in which during which the price didn't change at all. So that's it. So it happens like this. So guys, when it comes to, first of all, you need to sort of figure out what you are trading, whether you trade which mode of trading, fixed time or Forex? Oh yeah, by the way, we have stocks back. That's another piece of news that I wanted to share, but since I clicked it, let me go ahead and click it and tell you. So, for those of you who like investing in stocks and basically don't like to short sell assets, you only expect growth. So here are the stocks. So we decided to bring them back. It was made because basically we were getting some requests to do that. I don't know why we removed them in the first place, but sometimes decisions are made as they are. Now we currently have these stocks back. You can only buy them. So you cannot really short sell them. You can only make profit when prices go up. That's one thing, one important thing about this mode of trading. And the next point is that the only multiplier available here is 1. So basically there is no multiplier available. It is 1. If you invest $1,000, your buying power or your total amount invested is going to equal 1,000 US dollars. So basically, yeah, you don't really have any kind of choice here. It's just kind of like 1. And at the same time, you can keep these positions for an unlimited period of time because you won't be limited by any form of like overnight commission or other commissions or drawbacks in the price of an asset, and you will be able to maintain this position for a pretty much unlimited period of time. Now, let me go ahead and and also you can trade maybe with current earnings reports, because usually during earnings reports prices go up. Prices usually tend to go up. In general, of course, there are exceptions, but generally speaking, prices go up. All right, here comes a question from a person named Samar. Hi, I have a question here. What do you think about Google forecast for tomorrow? Can I take a trade tomorrow? Well, yeah. Let's have a quick look at. Oh my God, I have to type Google. So, according to TradingView, where I oftentimes check the earnings reports, we have earnings reports coming up next. When is that? So Tuesday after market close, basically tomorrow after market close. So this means that we are going to see the impact of this earnings report on Wednesday morning or Wednesday afternoon, when trading starts here with this asset. So my forecast, guys, I don't know, I think it'll be a positive one. To give you some hint how you can actually sort of, well, pretty much, since we are trying to compare the analysts' forecasts with the actual number, which no one really knows except some insiders in the company, like the financial department of Google, it is a very difficult task to actually predict where prices will move next and what the actual number will be, the actual published number will be. So kind of like the only way is to sort of look at some previous earnings reports and to compare them with what's happening right now. And I see that green color prevails here. There are more green reports than red ones. So that gives you some probably understanding. But guys, like I said, it is a very difficult task. And oftentimes, even when you have a very positive report, which is here the case, when the earnings per share came out better than expected. Nevertheless, we saw a drop in price, a pretty significant one, like more than 10% with Netflix stock. And that happened due to the fact that Well, basically, that was the kind of sentiment on the market. And there are additional factors that also were priced in the price. For example, the growth of their user base, etc. So there are many factors that actually affect the price. Now, so I don't know about Google, and definitely I'll tell you one thing. It's really a very not grateful thing to provide forecasts when it comes to earnings reports, because gosh, no one knows what the actual number will be except some insiders in the company, and well, pretty much it's almost impossible to tell. That is why, for example, I prefer technical analysis, and I wait for the report to be published. And once it has been published, I sort of see where prices are headed nowwards, headed now, and then I sort of join this movement. So it can be up movement or it can be down movement, but I sort of just like sort of jump in this moving train, and I see where this train is headed. If it's headed for like upwards, then I join upwards. If it's headed downwards, then I join down. The very basic stuff. Right. So let us have a quick look at Apple. So Apple, okay, hold on. Oh yeah, their earnings reports not this week but next week, next Thursday. Microsoft tomorrow, together with Google. So on Tuesday, the 25th of July, after market close. Okay, Netflix we saw. Facebook on Wednesday. So if according to this forecast, the earnings report will be published on Wednesday 26th after market close. It means that we are going to see the impact on Thursday. Okay. So yeah, wow, Facebook went from 100 to 300 with almost zero corrections. So there were two upwards gaps on earnings reports, despite this negative earnings report according to the EPS, to the EPS parameter. Everything else was quite good, and despite this, it sort of jumped 20%. Very nice. So, guys, something that I want to share with you is my view on Brent. Like I said, Brent is about to break above this very important level of resistance, 82. So if in case it happens, then we are going to see a nice upwards move. But I think a more likely situation is this, where we have a move like that. So we are still going to like drop a little bit back to 81, and then from there we will go upwards. So next thing is, of course, the euro against the United States dollar, the euro against the USD. So once again, there was a correction, like it went upwards, now it went downwards, and I think here, from here we can go up. Looks like a very nice buy point here. GBP USD, so the pound against the United States dollar. Another case very similar to the euro, a very similar picture, except as you can see, we are very close to this 1.28 level, and from here we can really like once again have a quick upwards move. Another one would be gold. Definitely gold is really looking at breaking above the 2000 level, because last year central banks, all central banks in all countries in the world, they bought more gold than they had bought in probably like 5 years before altogether. So it seems that people are now, authorities, central bank authorities, are now investing into gold. So that's why I think gold prices will only be going up. So, guys, I think this is it, unless we have any questions from our chat. If not, I think I will wrap it up here and I will stop my webinar today. It'll be a little bit a shorter one since we don't have that many questions. I'm very grateful for all of you who joined this webinar and who watched it up until this moment, up until the end. I wish you wonderful profits and I wish you good luck in trading. And I would like to say that it is nice and it's a pleasure working for you. We are here 5 days a week. I'm in the VIP department and we can provide trading consultations for you guys. So feel free to join our consultations. Feel free to request them from us, from customer support. You can contact customer support and they will hook you up with one of our account managers, and we'll be happy to share some insights and to provide you with some interesting ideas, some food for thought when it comes to trading. So I wish you all a wonderful trading week. It's earnings reports week, a very important one. So I expect a lot of volatility to happen on the markets. Going back to that question about volatility. And once again, I will see you next week. So have a wonderful day and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.